What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new Rams House video, and we made it to the NFL season. I'm very happy about that. Please drop a like if you are excited as well, and we're just going to get into this game preview of Rams versus Bears. I'm very excited that the season is back, and just getting right into it, I'm going to be talking about, obviously, one of the biggest, moves the Rams made this whole offseason. If not the biggest, I think the addition of Stafford will be on display today. But to be honest, I honestly don't think we'll be leaning on him too much. I don't think he'll need to be doing a ton this game. Just getting into it, I feel like our running game can be doing well, obviously, this game. I feel like we kind of tend to run a lot on the Bears whenever we play them, just because their defense. I think Henderson's going to get a good amount of reps. I think that Michelle will probably get a few, some good quality reps, but I feel like he's still kind of getting into the system. But I think our running game will be, a big thing we'll be using this game, because I honestly don't see the Bears being a huge challenge offensively for them, because, I feel like if they had Fields out there to start the game, that'd be more of a challenge. But with Dalton, I just don't see that much. So I think we're going to be, grinding it out. We're going to be working our way down the field in the run game. We'll definitely have a lot of splash plays in the passing game as well with Stafford, with this offense that we've got. Something that's going to be interesting to look out for is how will this offensive line do of the Los Angeles Rams versus the Bears defense, because their defense is still good. Yeah, they did lose their defensive coordinator, so did we, but their defense is always one to, have to think about before you even play the game. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this Rams offensive line performs against them. How much time does Stafford have? Stafford is very used to this Bears defensive line, and so it's going to be very interesting to see how that matchup goes. But I honestly think we have too many weapons at wide receiver, tight end to worry about for the Bears cornerbacks and their safeties. All the defensive backs that they've got out there in the secondary. I honestly think that we just have too many guys for them to account for. I think we'll be able to make some big splash plays, make some big plays to get down the field if we want to. But honestly, I feel like just with the type of team we're playing, I think honestly we will be doing really well in offense. But I don't think that we need to show, the whole game plan to the rest of the NFL when we're playing a team like the Bears. That really, it's not like the Chiefs, it's not like the Ravens, where you're going to be needing to put out some of your best offensive performances out there. So I think we're going to be running the ball. I think we're going to be getting down the field at a decent rate. I think we'll be getting a lot of third down conversions. That's kind of the way I see our offense moving this game, just because I don't think it's going to be necessary to be scoring 30-40 points to beat the Bears. Honestly, I just don't see that. Getting to the defensive side of the ball, I think that honestly we are going to be looking similar to, what we looked like last year versus the Bears. I think we're going to be generating a lot of pressure, which is going to be key. I mean, they got Andy Dalton out there. We'll see how long he stays out there. Is he going to stay the whole game? Is it just going to be part of the game? I don't know, but I think the Rams are going to be kind of doing what they did last year when Nick Foles was in. They're kind of similar quarterbacks as far as being veterans. They don't really move around a lot, so I think we can generate a lot of pressure with Aaron Donald, Sebastian Joseph Day, Floyd off the edge. Obviously, he loves to go against those Bears because that's the team he used to be on. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see, who's going to get a lot of the reps on the opposite side of Leonard Floyd, because we saw Samson Ebukam leave the team, and so it's looking like Justin Hollins is going to be the lead guy there. We'll see if Chris Garrett goes in there and rotates in, but I think that, drawing that pressure up, being physical on defense is going to be key. I think if we have the pressure, as long as our linebackers can be filling in the gaps in the running game, I think that that's going to really make it tough for this Bears offense, and it'll look like what it looked like last year, where they just couldn't get much going, because when you got pressure in your face, no matter if you're beat or not, I think that it just makes it very tough as an offense. I don't think Mooney, with his speed, I know he's a deep threat. He can do some other shorter routes as well, I know. But with his deep routes, it's not really going to be much of a factor if we're having pressure in the face most of the game. And I think that's really the way it's going to go. I think Jalen Ramsey is going to be moving around off Allen Robinson to Darnell Mooney to whoever they put him on. It seems like that's the way they're going to be using him this year, kind of like a Where's Waldo is how they put it. And so, you're going to make Dalton confused before the snap. Okay, where's Ramsey? Of course, he's got a different number now as well, so it's going to make it even tougher for Andy Dalton. So I think Ramsey's going to be moving around everywhere on the defensive side. Darius Williams can step up. I do prefer Jalen Ramsey being on Robinson but I honestly think with the pressure we're going to be dialing up, I think with the confusions of some blitzes and some things we really haven't seen in this Rams defense, is going to be key. I honestly think it's going to look similar to last year on the defensive side of what we were able to do to the Bears to this year. I think that, again, the quarterback play is very similar. I'm sure I think Sebastian Joseph Day and A'Shawn Robinson are great at stopping the run, and I'm sure our linebackers can step up to the challenge of stopping David Montgomery as well. So that's the way I kind of see it going, honestly. I think that the Rams are going to come out with the win in this game. I'd probably pick us around 30-10. That's kind of around where I put us. And I honestly do see the Rams putting Wolford out there in the fourth quarter because of the lead that we have. I just think this defense is going to be very physical. It's going to be generating pressure all game. They're going to be able to stop the run. And it's just going to make the Bears offense, having to look for answers the whole game. And I think on the offensive side, again, it's not like I don't trust Stafford. I am hyped for Stafford. I cannot wait to see what he can do with this team. But I don't think they're going to be asking him to throw, 40-yard bombs all game. I mean, that would be fun to watch, but I don't think that's what they're going to ask of him. And I think it's going to be a very, kind of long drive type of game. I feel like our offense can be putting up a lot of those long drives and cashing in for some points. But if we need a quick score, we can count on Stafford, and we'll see how this whole team gels together. As always, though, horns up and God bless. I appreciate all of you coming through to the Rams house. If you like football, if you like the Rams, just thank you so much for showing support to the channel. As always, horns up and God bless.